want to play with you.
Hi everybody, this is Salvi here with the VTuber news coming right up for you. Before that, of course, smash that subscribe button, hit that bell, and the like button as well, and let's get right into it. She claps back as we talk about Grimmi, the female English-speaking VTuber and voice actress who recently spoke out against Mythic, or at least some things that were happening that she was seeing in Mythic. So Mythic Talent is the agency, the talent management agency. It's not a big VTuber agency or anything like that. It's not a traditional agency in the sense of like a big company that owns your IP and things like that. Pretty much the way that they run things is you join them. They help you with sponsorships. They take a little off the top, as always happens with any talent agency or any agency that gets you sponsorships. They will kind of give you like a finder's fee or things like that, or they will take a little bit off the top and then just make sure that you have what you have. The creators that are there, at least VTubers wise, are here, as you can see. Some have maybe left at different points in time. Some are maybe still doing their thing. Some have gone on hiatus, etc. But these are a lot of the VTubers you would see here. Like recently, Vienna left. Some of these down here that you're mentioning that you can see in gray, I believe, are former talents, but they are ones that were a part of it. Grimmi, of course, is no longer a part of there either. You can see a lot of them in here. Lena Lazar, Smugalana, Eros, other people that are in there as well. Now, let's go to what Mythic originally said, which was this here, talking about the situation of it being, $2,100, which was the thing that Grimmi was mentioning, that originally they were going to give her $2,100, then it ended up being $2,000. She talked to the sponsor. Sponsor said originally we were supposed to get $2,100, and then when she talked to Mythic, they said, "Oh, that was a typo on the sponsor's part. Yeah, we'll give you the $2,100. The $2,000 was a typo on the sponsor's part. You were owed $2,100." Here, they're saying that Grimmi was set the full value of $2,100. That's our agreed upon management fee, but they sent her the full $2,100, saying that was, the fee was already on top of the $2,100. And the $2,100 was supposed to be for her. Second campaign, Grimmi received the full payment of $4,400 for the campaign, but she says that she didn't. She said that she received $4,000 for the campaign. This is our management fee and any banking fees. So very confusing wording here, honestly, because they're saying $4,400 minus the campaign, which would be the $4,000, I guess. Had Mythic scammed the $100 and $400 amounts alleged by Grimmi, her payouts would have been significantly lower. So they don't even try to pretend to put any math out there, and that, I mean, you could say that's not their responsibility because of the fact of the way that the agency works. People should already know that they take a little bit off the top, and also putting that kind of stuff out there could be putting proprietary information, and they could be putting themselves at risk with competition, because if people know that, let's say they take 10% off the top, another agency could be like, unlike Mythic, we take 5% off the top, that type of thing, and that could cause an issue for competition there. It says, while we attempted to reach Grimmi to clarify the grievances, she chose to make these claims public before a dialogue could occur. It could very well be that at that point in time, she no longer trusted Mythic, and that's why she went and did it publicly. It sent Grimmi banking logs, contracts, invoices, payment record receipts for these campaigns, and we remain open to reviewing the documentation. So according to them, they sent something. Now, Grimmi did respond, and this is why we're talking about it here. She says up here, "This is a third explanation they've given about these issues. I don't have anything against them, but so far they've claimed for the publisher negotiated with the same methods, for the same publisher, same methods. It was a typo. That was a one of $2,100. And there were agency fees for the $4,400 one. And now they're changing the story again, saying I was paid in full for an amount they never showed me, but there are various banking fees. So which is it? I believe at this point they're trying to get a statement out first so they don't have to confront the other information they gave me or how I talked about the situation. So here is mine. I don't want any money. I don't want any attention. And I would prefer you to go back to streaming normally. So I'm on break, hoping for things to calm down and waiting for attention to dissipate. Not trying to capitalize off of it, like some people have claimed. My intention was saying that this is letting other streamers at Mythic know that they should request their full negotiation records for sponsorships. Everybody should do that. Honestly, everybody should have the full amount. Whether before this, after this, whatever. Whenever you're working with someone that's getting you sponsorships, get the full banking information, the full information of everything to know. And you are, they can't tell you, they shouldn't tell you, oh, this is proprietary information. No, this is a contract between you and me. you should be able to give me that information privately. You should be able to give me that information if you're working with me. I should be able to get that information if I request it, because I need to know what's happening with the sponsorships. Not necessarily that I'm doubting you, but I need to know. I personally like being informed. Maybe it's because I'm autistic, but I like being informed about these things. And it says, that being said, everyone I talked to Mythic Management is very pleasant. I liked everyone I worked with. I don't wish them any ill will. Please don't be harsh on them. Everyone there is a person with a life that is stressful to go through for them too. I do not know who is involved with this, but please do not paint me as stupid or attack me after you continue to give me different explanations. Please do not act like I did not understand my contract. You're taking an additional random amount off the top before presenting it to the streamer and taking the agreed 20%. Why are there 3 explanations for this now? If you can't believe me, this is fine, but I also think it is an isolated incident when people talk directly to sponsors involved with Mythic. I don't know who's responsible for this, but I hope it gets resolved for anyone. Could be someone else skimming money off the top and then just, doing their magic in accounting. Someone that Mythic maybe doesn't even know about. That's what she's saying here. Basically, what's going on here is Sheaf, the one that she put here, is saying, had a similar experience with Mythic, straight lied about what the sponsor was offering, and it took me talking to the sponsor themselves to find out. Not surprised to see this. Used car salesman, 100%. And I and other people are asking for, of course, as is the responsible thing, asking for evidence of this type of stuff happening. Some people are like, it's crazy. You have to be on guard for it in business. The one agency I can 100% say I have had no issues is the CSA. Don't know if they handle streamers though. Great for me, and any issues addressed right away. So that's the thing. People are saying, Mythic, we have done an investigation, found it did nothing wrong. We can't know. I'm not defending Mythic. You guys know I don't defend these big agencies usually. I'm usually on the side of the VTuber, etc. But just being on fairness, just being as as middle of the road as I possibly can, as whatever you call it, devil's advocate or whatever. There's things that they can't say publicly, like I mentioned before. I'm glad that they are, if it's correct that they are actually sending things out to Grimmi, I'm glad that they are. But the main thing is here that she feels that she's being wrong. She feels that they are trying to obfuscate everything, as in like make it all murky, make it all foggy, and trying to make it so pinning it more on her than on anything that they've done themselves, which is not a great PR statement. She says, I'm going back offline, but I felt it was important to respond to this, wishing everyone well. And I am sorry that she's going through this at all. I'm sorry that she's had to go through this whole situation, period. And I shared that right as well. And I would be remiss, it'd be irresponsible of me to not mention some things that other people said, like Dr. Glitchley says, it ain't looking good for you. At least 2 other streamers looked into their deals because of you and found nothing. You have these people here. One Peg says, for those that don't know, I was financial planner for over a decade. At no point did Mythic ever short me, ever. In any cases, that secured contracts for significantly more than the ongoing market rate. It's never been any less extremely professional. And I questioned whether I got paid or owed contract value in full. I never questioned. I can speak to anyone else, only myself. And that's the important thing. They can speak to. They can't speak about anyone else other than themselves. These are their own personal ones. As I said originally, there are people that have had really good experiences with them, probably, and probably will continue to have really good experiences with them. It still isn't wrong for her to say things about her having bad experiences with them. I don't see her as someone who's doing it for attention. I don't see her as someone who would just create drama for drama's sake. So she feels she's wronged. She has her evidence to feel that she's wronged, and she has a legit reason to put things out there. Tenna says, Mythic Talent on many sponsorship deals over the years, totaling well over 200,000 opportunities. In all that time, I've never once been paid less than was agreed upon. The payment structure was always clearly communicated, and every payout matched in terms of the deal. Even for non-paid collaborations like product review opportunities, they made sure the products were properly delivered and handled everything without asking for any extra charge. Personally, I find it hard to believe that a company would risk its reputation and long-term relationships over a few $100s. That's what makes me think that maybe someone is skimming something off the top. Someone that they don't know about is skimming something off the top. It could be possible. And it says, how is this bad for me? They make no mention of seeing their negotiations or speaking to publishers. My experiences with Mythic was also positive apart of from finding this. About the publishers and Mythic giving me so many different reasons as to why the records didn't match. And this person goes to struggle to understand how you can, 1, act like the huge sum of money is nothing, 2, indirectly accuse Mythic of committing breach of contract and fraud like it's nothing. Why should I believe your narrative if it means so little to you? If you aren't blank, you can do basic arithmetic and see why the numbers don't add up. Unfortunately, you are blank. Nowhere to argue the calculations show some amount of money was skimmed. Was skimmed. The questioning the source of those values. I see it's the difference between knowing someone and not, that little thing called trust. Also, Grimmi doesn't need to explain herself to no one on the internet in regards to her private legal matters. And the thing is, she showed evidence. So her thing is, she has shown evidence on her side. Would absolutely encourage you to look into the attorney just in case it gets any bigger. And she said she has other evidence of other things going on. Could just be she had really, really bad luck with the person that she was dealing with and had all this stuff happen to her. My best wishes for her and my best wishes for Mythic. This is a tough situation. Like I mentioned, there are things that Mythic can and can't share publicly. And, probably because they would probably breach some sort of contract if they shared certain things publicly. But I'm pretty sure if there is more to be said, things will come out. And I am always in a wait and see attitude because things always pop up, new things always come up. And when they do, I will let you know. But I am not someone who's going to be, just because it's popular, dropping like the hate on like the hate bandwagon on like Mythic and things like that. Yes, they messed up. If it's someone who's skimming out the top, find out who the hell did it. If it's not, figure your shit out so that make sure that this doesn't happen to anybody again. The fact that it happened to one person is too much. But big agencies have these issues. Big agencies, actual agencies like Hololive and Nidisanji have their other issues too. It's not just Mythic that has issues, but they definitely, if there's someone doing weird things, they need to figure it out and get it fixed. They are leaving as we go to Mythic Talent. Mythic Talent is a full-service management company that specializes in assisting content creators with many things. Legal, they do help you with collabs in some cases, like artists, things like that. Get in contact with other businesses, get in contact with other things, sponsorships. So they have many VTubers, many people involved in it. Recently, of course, we had the whole situation with Grimmi that they had done and mentioned about, the whole alleged money skimming. And I have to say alleged because there's no proof fully that they did it intentionally. Just being responsible here. Could very well be someone screwed Grimmi over for maybe personal reasons, maybe something like that, inside of the agency without the agency fully knowing. Sometimes the right hand cannot know what the left hand is doing. But either way, they are responsible for it as being a part of the agency, etc. So they have many creators here, as not only VTubers, but actually IRL creators. They also recently broke off with Asmongold. They parted ways. Mythic Talent was originally created by Asmongold and other streamers, I believe. If I'm mistaken, correct me if I'm wrong. As a business, and now they have mutually agreed to split. This was due to some political stuff that was happening, a lot of that kind of stuff. And you also have Nicholas Light, who is a creator that while on vacation from 1 year anniversary of the wife, Mythic Talent and Talent Agency has parted ways with me as well. So they have also notified them that they have parted ways. If you watch my content, I barely had sponsors over the past few years, so this really isn't much of a difference, but I find the timing hilarious. They only want to work with, this person says, allegedly, liberals and creators with safe opinions now. I don't want to be associated with people that bend the knee. This isn't a loss for me, it is a win. Strange how they didn't also fire an MP for making jokes about these kids. That's probably the most offensive thing I've seen Mythic streamers say in the past year. What does the second part mean? Didn't they used to be one of the talent agencies? Wide range of backgrounds and perspectives. Sure, whatever you say, Mythic Talent, whatever you say. Awful sorry to hear that. So, some people have been leaving or have left due to certain political things that have been happening in the agency, allegedly. And Nicholas Light is this individual here. Unapologetically unprofessional. Number one reaction channel, business inquiries, Nicholas Light, etc. And, they have other things here talking about various things, very recent things, their moves to Japan, things like that, like when they've been visiting other places. So they've had a lot of stuff around. So we have this here. Just wanted to announce that I'm no longer part of Mythic Talent. This is Sens VT. Sens VT is a VTuber who was once a part of it, a large VTuber. Snowshi Ice Deity VTuber. They said nothing bad, by the way. They've actually been super helpful in the past and brought me lots of opportunities. Just would like to focus on being independent and myself going forward. Wishing you the best. But I thought Sans was always been independent. How did I miss a chapter? Technically, you're still independent if you're a part of Mythic Talent. They're just, helping you with the talent management side of things. Says makes sense. Good luck to you in your future. So I'm just saying if this is something bad, there might be some MDA in place preventing everyone from saying anything, or we all could be losing our minds. But I've always said VTuber agencies are bad. They help a lot, but are bad. Yeah, this could be a very bad thing. A lot of people are saying so it begins. Some people are using different memes to kind of give ideas. Mass exodus from creators, but they all say there's nothing wrong. because Vienna recently left as well, and she said there was nothing wrong as well. It's like a Dark Enjoyer says talents leaving Mythic silently. Grimmi comes out with her account sponsorship cuts, gets majority of payment out of the sponsor while Mythic gets a cut for negotiating. Grimmi later calls sponsor and finds out that the real offer was higher. Mythic skimmed extra without saying S, and they took more than the agreed 20%. She alleges black company behavior, tells other talents to demand their own sponsorship docs. While confronting Mythic, the oops typo, and they refuse to show the Fuel sponsored contract. Next day, Asmongold dips. Mythic drops a PR tweet for their sponsors, and now we have even more people leaving. Says Devin Nash talked about this, since streamers never see the contracts with the sponsors. They have no idea how much they are really paying. Then the talent companies take most of the money anyways. And Devin Nash is someone who takes a look at different companies. He runs his own company himself. He runs his own kind of like talent agency, like helping talents type of thing. He runs his own thing where he does that for different people, different businesses, things like that. Actual deal value of streamer is 100,000. Tell the streamer the deal is 20,000. Collect 80,000 without anyone knowing, and then also take 20% off the 20,000. So that's what people are saying is happening on here. I wonder how much this had to do with Phidian's appearance. Mythic gets streamer contract. Mythic negotiates basal rate. Mythic pays the creator based on rate. Mythic takes her cut. What's the problem here? The problem here is that there is allegations that the contract, the original contract, was way higher. They had already taken off their money. They already taken their money, and then they were going to give, which is fine. Then they were going to give it to the streamer, which is also fine, after the cut was taken. But the allegations are after that cut was taken, they told the streamer that the rate was even lower than what it originally is, and they took an extra 20% off, or however much it was. The official Mythic website has a list of CCs, terribly out of date. Many of the people listed as members have long since left, beginning to think they have done that on purpose to make them seem better than they actually are. Try not to be a black company challenge impossible. Always hard for companies that have VTubers. People are surprised. What a black company is, in the VTuber sense, are companies that mistreat their workers or make their workers in Japan. It was originally basically companies that would make you work overtime, societally pressure you through peer pressure to stay there longer, to work harder, to be just for the company. Black agencies in the VTuber sense tend to be ones that mistreat the VTuber, or in some way take advantage of the VTuber, and they take and take and take, and they don't give much back. That's what black companies are in the VTuber sense. Like Nidhi Sanji is considered a black company, that type of thing, because of bad management, bad decisions that have hurt the talents, and talents keep putting money and effort in while they're getting nothing in return and no support in return. That is what the black company tends to mean. Oh, so crime, they committed fraud and violated their fiduciary duty of talent. Yeah, jump ship if I was Asmon too. Trying to get ahead of any accusations that had anything that Asmon had anything to do with it. Because remember, Asmon, if I'm not mistaken, again, correct me if I'm wrong, he was one of the group of people who started it all, who started Mythic overall. This whole thing is getting very strange and confusing very fast. It's going to be a world of problems coming soon for all VTubers run. And we also have, the possibility that way more people could end up leaving in the end. And this is, of course, the Sens right over here could be the, the one that starts the whole exodus. It could be that people will continue to decide to leave. They leave because of Asmongold. People are says walks like a duck, quacks like a duck. It is a duck. No way, all this isn't happening because of the recent controversy surrounding them stealing from their creators. Good for you for jumping sinking ship. Asmon did as well, and various others. These are all allegations still of them stealing money, skimming off the top. We don't know. We probably never will know the truth of whether they are or aren't, but it has eroded the trust of people in Mythic. Will they be able to fix this? I don't know. Is it something that should be fixed? I don't know, because I don't know the full story of both. But based on what I'm seeing here, and based on the available information, something is screwy in there. Probably a rogue agent. I'm assuming it's a rogue agent. If they are a company that wants to keep their company going, it's probably going to be a rogue agent that's doing that. Either way, hopefully we get more information, and hopefully we figure these things out soon. Shachi, who used to be Nanashi Mume of Hololive EN, has had an update on what is going on with her dog. She is an artist. She's an active artist. A lot of people don't consider her VTuber. I still consider her still a VTuber, kind of thing. It's whatever, you know, it is your side, then of course that is what it is. But it says here, hello, just an update. My dog had her first surgery. She's doing okay. I don't want her to go into detail of what her affliction is right now, but this treatment plan has a good success rate. She has become a special needs pup, which will require me to need to be at home and available to administer her medications throughout the day. Her comfort is my priority, so I'm reworking all of my plans around her. So that's basically here. It says opted for treatment plan that would provide the best results for her quality of life, which is very important when you're talking about pets. We have to travel out of town for a bit for it, so I will most likely be away until her final surgery, post-surgery checkups. The most expensive option and is not covered by insurance. If I'm able to afford it, I am able to afford it. From work I've done primarily online over the last decade, which has been dependent on so many people's support for me. I want to say a huge thank you to everyone who has ever supported me at all during this time. I'm very grateful I can do this for my dog. A lot of people can't. And people are saying, take care of Shachi and her doggo. I can relate. My hubby and I had our Rory doggo have ITP, immune therapy, thrombocytopenia, where it would flare up. She would bleed in her poos due to her immune system mistakenly destroying her platelets. Rory is good now. We have great specialists. So yeah, a lot of people are like, yeah, take care of your dog. Take care. Your puppers is family. So of course, take care of the puppers and be well as well. You know, hopefully it doesn't affect her mental health. It doesn't affect anything negatively like that. So far, she's been very strong, and I hope she continues to be that way in the future. Hololive English has some more news for us. There's been a lot of Hololive stuff after Fes and all this type of things there. And this one specifically is about Fes. The Stage 4, Hololive 7th Fest, Riding on Dreams. They had Stage 1 through 4. I believe they even had maybe more than that, but as far as I know, it's 4. Introducing the band members, performing a total of 98 songs across 4 concerts over 3 days. These people are the unsung heroes of the whole thing. A round of applause for the outstanding performances. Keyboard, guitar, 2 guitars, bass, and drums. And here are the members of the band. This is amazing. They had 98 songs. They played 98 songs across 4 concerts in just the 3 days that they were at Makohari Mess. This is a big thing for them. I'm glad that Hololive is showing them off because they deserve that. Absolute MVPs of the whole fest. MVPs during our sets. 4 sets, 3 days in a row with different songs. These are legends. Thank you so much. Mad props to them. They did a fantastic job. Thank you for your hard work. A bang up job. Yes. They are the unsung heroes. I mean, besides, you know, the people who are freaking running around like chickens with their heads cut off trying to make sure everything works properly. Those are absolutely heroes as well. But these guys did a lot of work with all the music. They're the ones that allowed you to enjoy the music that's going on if you went to there or you watched it on the streaming side. And they do deserve their due, you know, their show. They hear that they deserve their due. And sorry, I got a little weird with my wording. It happens. But I'm glad that Hololive, at the very least, showed them off. A lot easier when you have that. When you have infinite ammo, oh my god. And infinite hand cannon ammo? Fucking hell yeah! I don't even need to save shit. I don't even need to worry about this bitch. You dead. You didn't realize what had happened? I don't give a fuck about you! The fuck do you think you're talking to? Huh? Bitch? Bitch? I'm sorry! I have too much power! They gave me too much power! I have way too much power, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you guys for watching as always, and of course take a look, and if you enjoy everything, like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification icon, all those things that YouTube asks of you. Really do appreciate you. Have a wonderful day.